Welcome to Midway Minute, everybody. My name is Scott Koral. He is Kevin Kaduk. And remember to hit that subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube. And if you're not, go to YouTube and hit the subscribe button anyway. And then go to the website, midwayminute.win, sign up for the newsletter, and become one of our super friends, because we always like friends. So, Kevin, this is the Bears and Titans. It's a game where both teams have lost 2 in a row. The series is tied up at 6-6.
Yeah.
But both teams are right now on a downward trend. Is this a must-win game, really, not just for the Bears, but for the Titans too?
Yeah, I'm not so sure about the Titans. I don't follow them as close as I do the Bears, but we talked about going into this 3-game stretch against the Rams, Saints, and Titans. And I really felt like, for this team going forward, they needed at least one of the 3. Now, if they lose it, it puts them at 5-4. Obviously, there's still a lot of football left to be played. But it just really seems like this season is on a fulcrum. They really need to put a stop to the slide that they're on. And they're going to be up against it in Nashville. But I do think this is a must-win game for sure.
And that's absolutely positive. That's true for both teams, I think. Mike Vrabel, the head coach of the Titans, said earlier this week that his team needs to improve, and he's in charge of making sure that team improves. Matt Nagy has said this really for the past 4 weeks. That the Bears need to also improve. But now you're in a this whole week has been a world of change. Bears offensive line. We don't know who's going to line up where. Actually, we kind of do, but it's not pretty. Only Charles Leno and Jermaine Ifedi are the only 2 starters that are in the same positions that they were at the very beginning of the year. If you can name the other 3 at the other positions, good for you, but I doubt you'll be able to. We'll put it up on the screen for you, but it doesn't look good. The Titans made a bunch of trades too, and released a couple players. This is it's a game where nobody knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, and we talked about it before we came on camera here that the Bears are great on defense, not so good on offense. The Titans are the converse of that. Titans were a playoff team last year. Obviously, they had a lot to prove. They beat the Patriots. They thought they were going to make the next step, and they've had some good wins. They've had some bad losses, and I think that they really kind of want to come out, and they need to make a statement too. So it's going to be interesting. I like to refer to this, though, as the Arlington Hambright game. We finally see Arlington Hambright, the 7th-round rookie draft pick, out there on the line. And, it's not like this offensive line was doing great up to this. So from that standpoint, it's not like they're going from a 10 to a 3. It's like they're kind of like 3 and a 3, right? Or maybe it's a 3 and a 1. I have no idea. But those guys, they're still bodies that they have to get around, right?
I mean, you would think that would ultimately, yes, they still have to get around or through a body. But, Rashad Coward a couple weeks ago against the Rams showed that you could easily get through him. And now you're moving him out to right tackle. And now you got Hambright at left guard. You've got Alex Bars coming in at center. Right. What is this? If you're David Montgomery, you got to be looking at this offensive line going, I might not get a yard. Not 1 yard.
No. Yeah. What do you think about Ryan Tannehill? Are you completely sold on him? Has his career been completely turned around? Is he going to be a guy that will easily outplay Nick Foles on Sunday?
I'm not sure. Tannehill, when he first got to Texas A&M, he was a wide receiver. And then they switched him to quarterback because they really had nobody else. Everybody just kept getting hurt. And he ended up playing fairly well for Texas A&M, and then he comes into the league, plays for Miami, and he's just not, what the NFL needed at that point. Then he goes to Tennessee, and he resurrects his career. And I think he's more of a system quarterback. He's in a system that fits him. Run heavy, play action, get him out get Tannehill out on bootlegs and things like that, and he can make plays. And he's very good with his legs. So Tannehill, I think, is what a lot of people thought Trubisky could be if they used him properly, and if Trubisky could read a defense. I don't know if I should be fully sold on Tannehill. We know the only team that he has faced with a defense like this is Pittsburgh, and he lost. So this is an opportunity for the Bears to get right now.
So yeah, I definitely think it's going to be a slugfest. Let's just do the predictions right now. I still have this as a loss for the Bears. I think it's been such a tumultuous week. They had the COVID problems, obviously so many different holes on that offensive line. They're going on the road. It's a good Titans team. I just can't really get to the point where I think the Bears are going to sneak one out here. Now, if you do want to take the Bears plus 6.5, I do feel good about that because I don't think the Titans are going to, go and run away, even with Derrick Henry. But I don't see the Bears, winning outright. What do you think, Scott?
I sent you the email before we came on the air, and I said this is the type of game where Matt Nagy just becomes the coach that everybody thought that he should be. I think the Bears are going to shock the world.
Wow.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be right, but I just have this feeling that the Bears are going to do it.
Okay.
This is the time, I think, where the defense gets right against Derrick Henry because I think they want to dethrone him. And I think they're going to get to Tannehill a couple times. Taylor Lewan is out, and he's going up against Khalil Mack, and Khalil Mack has sacks in 4 straight. This is going to be a game where the defense gets right. I say Bears 24, Titans 20. And it's a Santos revenge game too. So happy day. Here we go.
I do like that. I feel like this is maybe one of the first times we've actually disagreed. So we'll get back here on Sunday night and talk about it. But it should be a fun one. Hopefully it is a great game. For more, check out the Midway Minute newsletter, and you can sign up for that at midwayminute.win, WIN. Thanks for joining us. We will see you after the game on Sunday.